Hey guys, Luna here and welcome back to another Skyrim mod update video. We are on episode 278 and we have 5 more console mods to cover in today's mod update. The second video out right now is a Fallout 4 mods update, so check that out also after this one. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's mods, leave a like, it's super appreciated, and let's look at our first mod, which is called Add-on Trees and Plants Graphic Pack. Now the graphic pack mods are some of my favorites and they are what I have installed as my main graphic mods. This one is an addition to those mods, improving some of the trees and plants around the game. Essentially the mod takes mods from 2 mod authors and combines them to this pack, and you get retextured death bells and mountain flowers. They're quite similar to the originals, but the textures are much better quality, especially the death bells, they look amazing, and they are all 1K. But on top of that, you get trees and plants added to Solitude, which is only one part of the mod. It does plan to update and add more trees and plants to other towns in the game at some point. The mod, especially the Solitude trees, since it's adding in stuff and not just replacing existing items like the death bells, is quite light, so by that I mean it doesn't add in a load of new plants and trees, so it can remain performance friendly and still be compatible with existing tree mods like Project Hippie for example. So a nice mod, and let's check out the next one, which is TLS, or the Waffles Perky Armor Replacer Project. The mod is a work in progress and so only replaces 2 armors so far. The idea of the mod is just to make the armors a bit more better looking than they were before. You will either like them or you won't, but I've shown you the 2 in the video. You get the iron armor, which has been replaced, and the steel armor is the second one replaced. So you can see here on the comparison image, the replaced one is actually much better looking. It makes the armor much bigger, and on my female character, it's more like the male looking armor. So it is really cool, and I definitely like the way it looks. Finally, none of the stats for the armor are affected, and you can still enchant and refine it as normal. Also though, because it replaces the armor, it will also affect armors in the game for other NPCs for example, who will now wear the new versions, so keep that in mind when you install that. Next up, we have Better Woodman's Friend. This takes the otherwise useless Woodman's Friend battle axe and turns into a proper unique weapon. This was accomplished by increasing the damage and speed and making the weapon now deal double damage to animals for its enchantment. It now has the same stats as a steel battle axe, but is slightly lighter, and can be improved again at the grindstone to make it stronger. So if you want a cool axe for hunting, similar to another mod we looked at a while ago, the Bow of the Hunt, which had the same enchantment, you could check out this mod and improve your hunting in the game. The next mod of today is another older mod, but one I've not gone over before, called Spells, War and Mythos. Here is what the mod actually does. It adds 8 dark spells to Skyrim available at most magic vendors, and some general traders across Skyrim, for example, all the vendors at the College of Winterhold, Farenger, and like the Riverwood Trader, who occasionally sells spells. If you purchase them, here is what you will get. 1. Conjure Horse, summons a ghostly steed to ride that you never have to feed or stable. A Mage Armor Light, create a longer lasting candlelight that adds a minor mage armor protection to your character. Frost Drain, a strong version of Frostbite with added drain attack. Conjure Dire Rat, summon a highly diseased rat to fight by your side. Bound Spectral Sword, creates a sword and gives the caster a phantom-like appearance. Conjure the White Lady, summon the fabled White Lady for an extended period to aid you in battle. Shadow Cloak, a half-duration shadow invisibility spell accessible at adept level. And finally, Conjure Dire Bear. Summon a dire bear for an extended period to aid you in your fight. So 8 awesome new spells for Skyrim, and obviously all of them are geared towards a conjuration style playthrough. Well, that just leaves us with our final mod of the day, and it's another inn and travel mod. But unlike yesterday's, it doesn't add new ones, it replaces the already existing interiors of some of the inns and taverns across Skyrim. The mod changes inns which have the same interior as each other in the small towns and villages across the game. The changes are little and those inns are still simple, but you can now distinguish them from each other. It's mostly things like a second floor has been added, tables and chairs have been removed, things have been moved around, more food and drink on the tables as well in these inns, plus you might have noticed a lot of the lighting is a bit different than it was. However, there's nothing too major, but one of the cool things I do like about this is all the hanging food like fish and rabbits and so on, and all the new wall decorations like skulls. So it does make these inns look much better, and if you want to know which ones have been altered, all the inns that have changed are the Braidwood Inn, the Dead Man's Drink in Falkreath, Four Shields Tavern, Moorside Inn, the Nightgate Inn, Windpeak Inn, which is of course in Dawnstar, Old Haroldan Inn, Villamire Inn, Frostfruit Inn, Sleeping Giant Inn, and the Frozen Hearth. So definitely a mod worth downloading, improves all the usually boring inns around Skyrim, and doesn't really take up any file size. Well, that is about it for today's mods, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think, whether you're going to try any of these mods, or whether you have already, and you can let others know what you thought of them. But either way, guys, thanks for watching, stay awesome as always, and I will see you all next time.